It just says simplify. First thing that people get scared on this one is the end here. After it has like a comma and it has this. I'm going to highlight that in each question after the comma. And all they're doing is telling you where it's defined. Okay? So we don't have to, in question 2, we had to state where it was defined. In this question, they're telling us where it's defined. And so for simplifying that, we can basically forget about that and not worry about that. Okay. In part A, do we have any like terms or like radicals? Yes. We have 7 root m minus 3 root m's would leave us with 4 of them. We have 2 root n's plus 5 root n's, giving us 7 root n's. Can we put these together? No. We're done. Part B, we have cube roots of negative 3b. We have square roots of negative 3b. We can only combine them if the radicals are exactly alike. So the square root of negative 3b and the cube root of negative 3b cannot be combined. But this one and this one can be combined. This one and this one can be combined. So if I do the cube root ones first, I have 2 cube root ones minus 9 will leave me with negative 7. And then if I do the square root ones, I have 8 plus 3. And now our radicals are not alike, so we're done. Finally, in the last one, we have nothing inside of our square roots that are alike. However, we haven't simplified each of those first. So if we first write them as mixed radicals, how do I simplify 32? It is 16 times 2. How do I simplify an a to the 5? Okay. I'm going to show you 2 different ways of thinking about this. I'll do this way first. I'll do a to the 4 and a. For the second one, minus 2. 45 would be 9 times 5. Oh, I'm running out of room. I'll just shake it up and make it smaller. Move it over. 45 is 9 times 5, and then I still have a b. For the third one, I have plus 5b. Square root of 125 is 25 times 5. And then square root of b. That's a 5. And finally, minus 2a. 72. 72 is 9 times 8, but it's also what? It's 9 times 8, but it's also what times what? 36 times 2. And 36 is the bigger square root than 9. So it will make our life a little easier. And then I'll have a squared and a. So the first one, when I put this all together, square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. With the a to the 4, I put it as an even number because what times what is a to the 4? A squared times a squared is a to the 4. So this will become a squared, and the ones that can't simplify are the 2 and the a. I'll put those together. Minus. Square root of 9 is 3. 2 times 3 will be 6. And these I can't simplify, so I will keep them inside the square root. Or is there supposed to be, is there a number there? that I can't, that's a 3. That's a 3 there? On your notes, that makes more sense. Okay, so that's a 3, so that would mean we need a b squared and a b. If that's a 3. Square root of b squared is just b, left with 5b. Plus, square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And the 5 and the b can't do. Square root of 36 is 6. 6 times 2 minus 12. Square root of a squared will be a. A times a squared. What's left is a 2 and an a. And now, are any of them alike? Yes. This 12a squared root 2a and this 12a squared root 2a are alike, and they will cancel out. Oh, that is nice. And negative 6b root 5b and 25b root 5b will end up with 19b root 5b. Number 8 is the only additional one for this one.